It's a pretty good chance it's not on fire. I'll even go ahead and share the map, and we'll see what state it was in last time we looked at it. Because I haven't updated any of it.
Actually, I hope it was not on fire. That would suck.
Oh.
It's probably not. Keith is responsible.
I was like, it's on fire. We see Buck.
Penelope and Johnny are the only ones on the map because everyone else is dragged to the other maps. Let me put you on the proper map. Derek, stop being prone. Alright, let's just do what we can with that. Let's drag some of you onto a map. Hemlock can come too.
Ah, yes, a phrase I find myself saying a lot. Derek, stop being prone.
Alright, let's set up some party vision. Alright, we're just gonna get this situated, and I'm gonna advance the clock. Because, candidly, it took you guys longer to get back than it did to get down there, since upstairs is harder than downstairs, and you have a fairly dehydrated druid with you. Or not druid, ranger.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, not to alarm you, but I don't think I hear anything on the recording.
Good to know. You don't hear anything in this stream?
No.
Interesting.
I can hear the stream.
You do hear it?
Oh, good.
You hear us?
You hear everyone?
Yeah, I hear everybody.
Well, that bodes well.
Oh, boy.
Clearly you can't hear it because Diana's not here.
Clearly.
Oh, yeah, I just went to turn up volume and it definitely echoed.
But the point is that you can hear it.
Yeah. Everyone but Hemlock. I'm just kidding.
If you hear Hemlock, you're going to sleep. Alright, we're
I'm
gonna...
gonna mute Discord really quick.
Good luck.
Thanks.
But at what cost?
Ugh. Okay, I have you guys muted, but say something.
This is us talking.
Blah, 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 blah.
Oh?
Eat a bork, 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 bork.
Why?
Test,
is it
test.
not- oh, didn't it? Okay, hold on. Oh, shit. Okay.
And that is how the sausage is made.
Yeah, I was gonna say the only
Alright, I'm
thing.
about to mute. I'm actually about to mute, so just start saying.
Yeah, we're just gonna talk. This is us talking.
Yeah.
That's right, yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
And that is the correct watch order for Fate. Enjoy.
Correct.
The absolutely correct, undisputable watch order for Fate.
Watch someone play the novel and then don't engage with the rest of the...
Just watch Emiya Gohan and you're good.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
That's all. You'll even get some nice recipes for Hamburg steak.
This is true. I'm excited for the visual novel to come out.
Yeah.
All of the mods. All of the... So many mods.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
I just in general appreciate the fact that them releasing the visual novel in the US means that we're finally past the point of people bitching about the visual novel coming out in the US after more than 20 years.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Or I guess approaching 20 years.
So good news.
Yeah?
There is audio in the stream.
Is it
It's
everyone?
muted on my end.
Oh, good.
Oh no.
I'll take it. I can work with that.
I'm just like, what the fuck is going on?
Cool. Alright, so just to give you a sense of timing before we do the recap, it takes a lot of you a while to get back, and so rather than do the actual math on it, I've just said that you will get back at 2:30 p.m. That's factoring in that you came back to Sherwood, dropped off the Ranger, and then took your new fast travel option back to London.
Yeah. Quick question.
Uh-huh.
On the way back out, can I take a look-see? Like, it was, what, medicine to figure out what that liquid was? Anything going on with it?
Which liquid are you talking about?
The pure cotton candy liquid, yeah.
The cotton candy sea, yeah.
That Anise was looking at.
Oh,
Like,
did you
I
get
didn't
close
wanna
enough
fuck
to
with it.
try to collect it?
Anise did.
Yeah.
And then proceeded to eat it because it started to crystallize. But, like, I didn't want to fuck with it until we came back.
Okay.
Because we had spider people to
Yeah.
fuck up.
If you want to do a medicine check, go for it. We're using that in lieu of chemistry.
22.
22. Okay. So now that you've done, like, in terms of its properties, it seems to be it's a liquid, but it's kind of unstable. When it is pulled into smaller pieces, it hardens quickly. It's like how, if things get cold, they obviously become solid. Well, this seems to become more solid as it moves away from whatever it's in. And when it's broken up into small pieces, it moves solid faster.
Okay.
You
but
don't know
otherwise-
what that is, but off of your observation, I will allow you or Anise, or both, to try an Arcana check, and we will see if we can figure this out.
I'm going to guidance myself if necessary.
Oh, that's a good point. I'm not concentrating on anything by this point. There's no hope for me. Never mind.
Alright, guidance, baby. 19.
19. This sounds weirdly not quite familiar, but like something like this. You've heard about something like this.
That
You
one
can't
time in
place it.
school.
Yeah, you can't place it, but you've heard about something like this once. And given the number of things that you apparently picked up in one lesson, pretty safe to assume that it was there, but you don't remember what it was.
Okay, it's good enough for me to go back to the Grand Marshal and be like, yo, dog, about this stuff. That's what I needed. Cool.
Okay.
Thank
Cool.
you.
Yeah. So, I'm going to give you the option. We can do a recap, or when you get back, I'm operating on the assumption that you maybe want to meet up with Penelope and have a little chat about what all of you have found. In which case, I'm not going to make you do a recap if you're just going to actually tell each other.
That's fair. I like that.
So, that is why we are fast forwarding past the recap to this. And again, I'm sort of abstracting this. I'm operating on the assumption that when you got back and you were actually in the world of cell phones again, you maybe gave her a heads up so that you could all meet up somewhere. And for the context for Penelope, this is after your lunch meeting.
Okay, cool.
You have a giant case with you.
Yay!
So
I'm just taking it back to Anis's place?
just like you literally just left.
Okay.
So like you're probably not like I'm giving you the option. You can take it with you, or you can have Jameson take it back to your place. That is up to you.
I'll have Jameson take it back to. You know what? No, I'll keep it with me, and I'll have him come get it later.
Okay. I'm hiding Johnny from the map because right now Johnny is not here. Because Johnny was not with you at lunch.
Nope.
So she is not here. Cool. I'm going to adjust the time of day on the map.
Are we streaming yet?
Oh, yeah.
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 Oh, gotcha.
I figured we'd test it, and now that we've tested it, it's like, yeah, sure.
Cool. I'm gonna make some coffee, so I'm gonna mute.
Fair. All right, well, then we will pick up with Penelope getting to the shop before they do, because they're dropping off rangers and stuff. Hey, you get to be Penelope again.
Yay! Get out of here, Diana.
No, I miss you.
So yeah, Penelope, after getting the call, you have Jameson take back the case. Your other lunch companion has gone back to Clock Tower to probably get into trouble. Probably. And you get to the shop before they do, so you find that it is open, and Heath is manning the shop.
I did just say I'm keeping the case.
Oh no, you kept the case. Never mind. You're totally right. Yeah,
I was
you
like,
have the
wait
case.
A minute, hold on.
Nope, I got that wrong.
Um.
It is very big.
She'll just walk into the shop and look around and see if anybody else is there yet. And when she notices that nobody else is there, she'll walk up to the counter to say hello to Uncle Heath.
Oh, hi. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I feel more rested than usual. It's like all of the distractions left for a few days.
Wait. What do you mean by that?
Apparently Buck found a girl and left. For the summer.
Oh. Huh.
Don't know if he'll actually be gone the whole summer, but it's less white hairs for me in the meantime.
I mean, I hope so. Like, I hope he doesn't come back with, like, anything weird going on.
He does this from time to time. As long as he doesn't come back with, like, a half-elf that we have to raise, I think we should be good.
Oh, yeah, that wouldn't be... I was gonna say this laughing isn't in character, but it is. Sorry.
No, it's fine. We are all aware of his predilections.
Well, I hope he stays out of too much trouble.
I hope he stays out of trouble he can't get out of on his own.
Yeah, where's Beach then?
He's apparently off with his work friends, so to speak. They seem to be pretty busy lately. My understanding is that those bubbles that things come out of are becoming more frequent.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
And on top of that, he actually wanted me to let the lot of you know, but I'll tell you first. I don't actually know how soon the others are going to be back, but it seems like more entrances to that dream place have been found.
Oh.
So I don't know what that means, but he said you would. So yeah.
Oh. That's not great.
Yeah, that was the impression I got from him. It would appear that whatever's going on with those bubbles seems to also be making it easier to get to places that we're not supposed to go.
Well,
So
it's gonna be fun to deal with eventually.
well, that's presumably what he and his companions are trying to work on.
Yeah.
I have faith in him. He's the reliable one.
Yeah. He's a good guy.
Though, if I'm being honest, Buck is more reliable than he lets on. I just give him a hard time because he's one of the most amazing examples of squandered potential I've ever seen.
Sorry, I did not catch any of that. It kept cutting out.
He's one of the most amazing examples of squandered potential I've ever seen.
That's kind of sad.
He's got time to figure it out.
Yeah, hopefully he figures it out soon.
I would certainly appreciate it. So, can I get you anything? I'm sorry, I'm being a terrible host. Would you like something to drink or?
Good. I don't know where the others are. They told me they were on their way back, and
Oh, okay. Well, that's
yeah.
good to hear. You're obviously welcome to make yourself at home while you wait. Then, would you like any help with that thing?
Yeah. Do you have somewhere I can put this for a little bit while we're waiting?
It might be easiest to just put it in the workshop, since getting it up to the main room would entail taking it up the stairs.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. I'll just. Do you mind helping me drag this out to the workshop then?
Yeah, no problem. And he sort of picks it up and rather nonchalantly takes it out to the back. You hear a few doors open and close to signify that it's in the workshop now. It's a pretty big instrument, isn't it?
Yeah. It's gonna be a little bit of a hassle until I can get it home, but it is what it is.
Well, you can keep it here as long as you like.
Thank you.
And assuming the people are ready, would the others like to arrive now?
Yeah.
Sure.
I
Okay.
have a feeling we're like covered in just soot, grit, blood. We've been traveling.
Well, yeah, I was about to say, I mean, we washed all of the spider guts and stuff off.
Oh yeah, when we got in the water. Yeah.
It's like, wouldn't
But
you
we did
also
still
use
have
the
to travel all the
cleansing
way back.
stone?
I forgot we had the cleansing stone.
You have the eternal soap rock. Yeah.
Cleansing stone cannot fix a chunk of my hair missing in the back. It's a
No.
small chunk, but a chunk nonetheless.
There's not actually a lot of ways to make that come back.
No, there's not.
You would need
Wait,
regeneration.
Hold on, can I count that as I don't think I have it. Mending? Just put the
Mending
two
does not put
pieces of
hair back. No. No.
Oh my god.
Oh,
No.
hey, Annis, can you mend my hair?
That's more in the world of regeneration.
Fuck.
That's a pricey spell.
I mean, yes it is. Look, that's why this shit's considered a fucking crime. Fucked with my hair, you're gonna die.
You fucked up your own hair. Your hair was so much longer when this started.
Yeah, but I was doing it as a part of a cultural here's the methods. Peter just fucking took off my hair.
That's true. Yeah. He messed with the dew. Okay,
I
so as you're getting back, I'm gonna assume that Aidin is using his newer mask to more easily move through town.
Yes.
So that works. As you're getting closer, Hemlock flies over the building and plops somewhere in the inside garden area. And the lot of you arrive. You may now come in.
Did
Hooray.
Diana with them, or
Did what?
was Diana still with them, or did she just say
Uh,
fuck it and go home?
I think Diana split off back at Sherwood, unless you think she'd do otherwise. You think she'd go all the way back here?
I don't think she'd have a reason to unless they were like, hey, do you want to come back with us?
You want to see Penelope?
I mean,
Diana. Yes.
did they actually say that?
If you've got
No, wait, she's seen her
obligations-
like all week.
Yeah, that's fair. It would be like, if you've got obligations in Sherwood, we don't expect you to come back with us to London, but it is a lot faster now.
Come visit us at any time.
Yeah, she at that point she would have just like stayed behind to like tie up whatever loose ends she needs to in Sherwood before she goes home and just decompresses for a good like 48 hours.
Yeah. By now, everyone's poison has run its course, by the way.
Oh, we got rid of it.
I think you already got rid of it, but I'm just saying any after effects are gone, and you've rested, so you're all just topped off.
Woo.
Cool.
So you back.
Time to get into a fight immediately.
Yeah.
I don't recommend fighting your uncle.
No.
He went on adventures in the 80s. It was a harder time.
Several editions have passed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Aidin is kind of like just... The mission's over. He's glad they got done what they got done, but like I think he would have been grumbling to Anise like how he wishes he could have just landed that hit on the butcher. Like he's just like just one punch.
Oh, don't worry, big guy. We'll get our chance in about 5 months, I think.
Yeah.
Plus, now you get to have a servant fight, and that's going to be cool, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are they talking about this as they walk in the door?
Probably.
Clarification. Obviously, everyone knows that Anise is getting a servant.
Yeah, we're talking. Yeah.
Okay, but no one knows about. Okay, gotcha.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like when Anise gets her servant. Yeah, I'm just like. I don't need a servant. I will just throw hands. Like I am coming for him. Anise, you can. It's like Aidin just looks down at like his own symbols. It's not. It's just like they look kind of like these, right? Is what they kind of said. We'll make some. I will work under you if I must. Like.
Did we ever determine if Anna's had hers yet or not?
So I went back and checked, and I thought incorrectly because it's been so long. I thought that she got hers after visiting the Einsburns. I thought that happened, but it must have been in my head because I could not find it in the recording. So that was something, because I think they were offered to her and she said that she didn't want them yet.
Yeah.
And I think that was where I remembered the offer, and then I remembered the picture that I have of the actual like command seals. And I think over the delay, I just assumed she had them and did not. Though, that said, it is known to the group that she will be getting them. So,
a lot of people know because of the vote. But,
right.
Yeah, I thought for sure I hadn't gotten it.
No, that was a mistake on my part. Thankfully, it does not actually impact the story. But that was just something that I mixed up before we broke for that. So in terms of what everyone knows, it is presumed that Anise will be participating and that she will be getting her seals at a future encounter with Lucretia. It is also assumed that because she is there specifically as a representative of one of the founding families through roundabout nonsense, it's important that she do that. Because if it's not her, it's going to be one of her other family members, and no one wants that.
I mean, as amazing and hilarious it would be to see Angelica enter the Grail War. Yeah, I 100% would watch that.
I would too, honestly.
Angelica in the Grail War would be like the way that Irisveal appears in Prisma Ilia. Just like ridiculously powerful mom driving a car with reckless abandon and not actually taking anything from anyone. Prisma Ilia is not good, but it has a lot of good things in it. Or alternatively, Prisma Ilia is amazing and has a lot of bad things in it. It depends on your opinion of whether or not you like the show overall.
You know, fair.
Thanks.
Also, Angelica does not know how to drive.
No, but that's why it's dangerous.
Reckless abandoned, yeah. But yeah, like, also, I'm just because it's like quote unquote new day, Aidin would have popped another spell as they're talking, just so he could talk to Anna's fully fluently in any language he feels like. She hears it.
Yay.
Just walking down the street talking elf.
Fuck yeah.
Everybody speaks elf.
Everybody speaks. I mean, like, to be fair, I'd be speaking Draconic and, like, Annis would hear elf, but you know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Why is this horse growling so aggressively?
Yeah. And
What the fuck?
hopefully you can talk to Derek fluently too.
Yeah. I figured it'd be
Yeah.
great for, like, also, like, all of us talking to Penelope, so I was like, we're not doing anything crazy.
I think that the way that Aidin talks to Derek is like the muscle men from Full Metal Alchemist.
Absolutely.
They just
100%.
flex at each other and have an understanding.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I
But-
felt so bad. I forgot he was half elf last time, so I thought Diana was talking about fucking Freddy. I was like, oh man, he is half elf. Sorry, bro. Sorry.
Anyway, we enter the shop.
Yeah.
You enter the shop and you find Uncle Heath manning the counter, and you see Penelope, who's just sort of chilling.
So it hasn't been that long in the grand scheme of things since we
Uh,
left, right?
Yeah, so you left very early morning on a Sunday, and after traveling for about 6.5 hours or so, you got to Shalara's place, because it was like about 6 hours to get to the big library area. You spent about an hour between library stuff, and then, because like that didn't take long, but then you took a short rest, so that knocked it up to about 7 hours. Shalara's stuff went on, and then you took long rest, and essentially your looking outside at Dream's End stuff was at like 10 or 11 p.m. So that was pretty late. That's why it was dark. You'd already had a long rest, so a lot of you started to make your way back up. Took a lot longer, and then you handle all your Sherwood stuff. So it is now Monday afternoon. You've only actually been gone for a day and a half, but you're obviously off your sleep cycle by a fair bit.
No, but so when it was dark in Dream's End, it was like 10 or 11 o'clock at night to us.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
It seems like the day and night cycle, at least in the abstract, is matching up what you're expecting from here.
Interesting. Anyway.
And then you
Oh
haven't
my
seen.
gosh. Penelope, I missed you so much. It's been so long.
Ah!
Oh yeah, cause
Oh wait,
yeah.
hold on. Side note: you guys haven't seen Penelope in over a week at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's get that out there. Ah!
That was only half sarcasm.
Ah!
A week and a half is so long in comparison to the amount of time we've actually known each other.
Yeah. Glad you guys didn't get eaten.
I am too.
And Penelope just hugs Anna's back. She's like, "Stop getting into danger, damn it!"
No.
Oh, Keith.
I cannot
like-
control anyone in my family.
It's true. It's very true.
Aiden's like sitting, his tail is like slapping onto the ground, waiting for his turn with a hug.
Annis notices this and just.
It's like a dog wagging its tail. He's just like big ugu eyes.
What, are you expecting a hug from me?
His eyes shine brighter. He just nods his head.
And she just like goes over and gives him a hug too.
Yay! His tail
She's like,
slaps
I'm
harder on the
glad-
ground.
I'm glad you didn't go to the glue factory.
The what factory?
Don't worry about it.
Annis.
No, I'm not explaining it. So. Why don't we have some tea and go into the backyard and you tell us what you've been up to and we'll tell you all about the disgusting fight with Shalara.
Yeah. And oh my god, I have something I have to show you guys too.
Oh.
It's pretty
really?
cool.
Well,
I
get
think it's pretty
cool. I'll get the tea, and let's go.
Yeah.
Is there candy at the table?
Hmm.
That's up to whether or not Anise made it before she left, because Heath does not
Yeah,
make candy.
I probably would have made a small batch before I left. Yeah.
Aidin takes the whole bowl.
Oh
I'll
my
bring this
God.
back. And just carries it to the back room.
Oh my God.
He's got a problem, okay?
Does he need a horse dentist? Or a human dentist?
Look, I'm just
You
saying,
know,
if horses eat sugar cubes, I think his teeth are
I-
strong.
Penelope knows. I don't know why Penelope is talking in third person. Jesus.
She's very fond of herself.
I know a horse dentist from Ocala.
I knew it.
So if he needs one, I could get in contact.
God.
For one of the 5 months I'm at the dentist before the Grail War.
We'd either have to get him to Florida or get the Florida guy to the UK.
You're not summoning Florida Man.
Yes! It's my servant.
No.
Florida Man will probably be a servant someday.
God.
You know.
It'll be like Assassin, where it's just like summons 100 Florida men.
Sit in my corner.
I'm gonna assume there are more than just the one chair.
Yeah. There are more. You're welcome to plop wherever you like.
So.
Dream's End is weird.
Oh yeah.
Well, first of all, there's an entrance underneath the greenhouse.
Oh.
It goes down a long ways in the dark, and then is this underground tunnel cave system that part of the Library of Alexandria just kind of is in.
Okay.
Let's see. We fought a very angry librarian ghost, and we also fought a giant book golem that, I mean, basically it just attached books to itself and turned into a golem, and we had to fight it. Yeah, wasn't a lot of fun.
Don't we still have that?
Yes. Yes.
I thought we put that book back. We got Aidin's book back.
What?
Oh yeah, the
Anyway, we had to fight all that, and then we found a secret entrance that involved a lot of invisible stuff, and it was kind of like a puzzle. And then we went into Dream's End, but yeah, it was weird. Like, the sky looked like a painting, I guess. And then there was this cotton candy ocean that was the only thing except for this giant tower that we were on that we had to climb down. And then we went into the tower, and there was this tube thing structure just full of these faces of sleeping people. And
Okay.
oh yeah, and then they looked like half elves to me, but everyone else apparently saw different things. The like Goliath thing, not Goliath.
gargoyle?
Gargoyle. There we go.
Yeah, they were centaurs for me.
Oh. Huh.
Oh, and then one of the sleeping faces was, I guess, Clover?
It was
What?
Clover. From what I can tell, he's safe. He's sleeping.
I mean, I certainly hope so.
Yeah. It's just, a good reassurance, if anything. And then I can't really say much after that.
Right.
I don't remember.
So the big guy, I guess, touched the clover face, and then a ghoul popped out and started, I guess, taking his memories. It's not very clear, but we went and fought it and killed it, and the big guy has no recollection of the fight whatsoever.
Oh,
No.
that's weird.
Yeah. I just remember wanting to make sure Clover was okay. And then I just turned back around and Annis had a giant flaming sword in her hand.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
She did some pretty cool parkour too.
Oh right, right. I was carrying Diana, because she can't spider climb, and then I just kind of, I don't know. I saw Aiden getting attacked, and I just tucked her under my arm
Like a
that,
football?
yes, that American football, and then just ran over and just attacked the ghoul. It was pretty cool.
Oh my god, I wish I had seen that. She was probably all over that, honestly.
It was pretty cool.
What?
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 Huh?
Anyway, we rescued Aiden from the ghoulie thing and then went down to the bottom. And then there was this cotton candy water that when I tried to get some, it crystallized the bottle. Very weird.
I dreamed about cotton candy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. How weird is that?
And then we went through another portal and we were in Shalara's disgusting abomination of a hideout.
Yeah.
Ew.
There were a lot of
Much better
spiders.
now. It's much better now.
I get the feeling that it was at one point a very nice mansion. We cleaned it up a little, but I think with a little bit more cleaning it could be very nice. But no, it was covered in spiders and spider webs. It was disgusting.
Ew. Sounds disgusting.
Yeah. So, in good
oh,
news, she's dead.
we did get
Just
her.
like-
That's true.
Oh.
She just does like some jazz hands. He's like, ah.
It was a very hard fight.
She wasn't alone either. Joyce.
Oh?
Yeah. The butcher was there.
What the fuck?
Yeah, we're pretty sure she's his doctor, or at least one
Yeah.
of them. You know, the person stitching
What?
blood onto him.
It
Ew.
should have dawned on me earlier, but yeah, we saw paper. Annis was able to put together the handwriting. Yeah, he was currently there.
Oh, and I talked to spiders. I talked to a lot of spiders. We really did try to go in the diplomatic route, and then that did not work. Oh, but we did find one of the rangers was still alive. We were able to rescue one of the rangers.
That's good.
Yeah.
We also fought a guy that was at least five guys all at once. It was
Like a restaurant. I mean, what?
Penelope, this is not a joking matter.
Well, I'm hungry now.
Ugh. So we had to fight that thing, and then we had to fight a lot of giant spiders, including ones that could just teleport out of existence and then pop back in and poison you. I did get to be a giant eagle for a very long time. Twice.
Cool.
So that was actually kind of fun. But getting repeatedly shot at with arrows was not fun. And getting poisoned was not fun.
No, I can't imagine.
Getting knocked out was not fun. She almost got away, but we got her in the end. I summoned an elemental and told him to just go wreck his shit, and then he did.
It was
Good.
It was nice. It was nice. And then the butcher ran.
I mean, he couldn't really touch us, so what else was he
Nope.
gonna do?
Nope.
Yeah, she is very dead. We made damn sure of that.
And the place kind of got spruced up a little bit because your fiery friend was able to get rid of webs.
Yeah, the spiders are gone now.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good.
And then
Uh,
we found out that it's like a big mansion on a lake, and part of the mansion
Ooh.
is like a boat dock. Like boats can come in and just dock inside the mansion. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. Bad news. We took like a little quick peek,
Uh-huh.
and like on one side it's fine, but if you just turn your head, it was like the right side, right?
It was to the right from where you were standing. Yeah.
If you just turn your head to the right, just the whole forest of Einosh is there.
Oh yeah, and probably
Yeah.
the original tree.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
And
bad.
so we know how to get to the mansion, but we don't know how to get. We know how to get to the portal that leads to the mansion. But if we're in Dream's End from a different entry point, I feel confident I could probably find it again, but don't know for sure because we only saw a very small part of Dream's End from where we were.
And I tried to get information out of Shalara before, just it does like the offing mark. Uh, Apparently, I was hoping to get some sort of information on where the butcher lies low. He doesn't apparently have a base. He roams the world, and it seems Shalara offered her services to every dead apostle potentially, and I mean she's come in contact with all of them. But yeah, the butcher was the one that took her service.
That's
But it also means he has a lot more ways of getting in and out that I am fond of.
Yeah, definitely more than the portals we know about. That's for sure. We know about the one in Scandinavia. Obviously, this one. The one under Sherwood is apparently kind of an anomaly that exists in a void. Actually, I'm trying to remember. Were we told that in character?
About the one under the lab.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, you were told. You were told by Nimue that
Oh, right.
that gap under the lab is a different way to get there that does not involve essentially traversing at a reasonable pace. But she didn't give you a whole lot of detail about how exactly that works. You just got the impression you don't want to fall.
Well, yes. So we did find out a lot, and if nothing else, Shalara is dead, and we don't have to deal with her anymore.
good.
So what about you? What have you been up to? Hopefully, something a little more cheery than killing spiders.
Yeah. Like before you guys left, I've just mostly been like learning stuff. And Johnny and I went on a lot of dates. It was really cute. And then and I just had lunch with Richard from the clock tower.
Oh.
Yeah. Apparently policies didn't want the Department of Lore actually going to do the exchange. And so they sent Richard instead. Which is fine, because I haven't gotten to see him in a while, and So we did the trade, and she gestures over towards the case. That's the staff.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay, so I did find out what the daggers were, which I thought was pretty cool. So, like the Ides of March.
Oh, really?
We're like, yeah. They're. I'm pretty sure they were the daggers that did Julius Caesar in.
Huh.
But I don't have them now.
If they were used as a catalyst, who would they summon? Brutus?
Probably.
Caesar himself. That's... ooh. Yikes.
Either way. Gross. Probably Brutus. But anyway, and then the staff I got, Vivi was able to figure out what it is. And it's pretty cool. And she just goes over to the case and opens it up so that everybody can see.
I'll get you a picture.
Yay!
So I don't think Anise has done any, like, super deep research yet for her own summoning, but she's probably at least familiar with the owner of the staff.
Yeah, Penelope will share this information in just a moment.
Where did my normal picture of it go? One moment, I will get a not encased in amber version of it. Because that was forever ago.
Mm-hmm. It was a very long day in person.
Sure was. You have to do a puzzle.
Yay!
There it is. Boop.
Ooh, a nice
Yay.
picture.
Nice picture. I've never seen this picture before in my life.
Doesn't
But yeah,
give anyone
so she-
flashbacks to time spent, does it?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
But yeah, it's a very large staff. It is easily 5 feet long. It's got a foot over Penelope's height.
But yeah, so apparently this is the staff of cultists. And it supposedly belonged to Medea.
Oh,
Yeah.
the witch from Greek myths.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I have to be kind of careful with this because apparently, like, it was on loan to the Department of Lore. So I don't know why they thought they could just put it in the freaking the betting pool, so to speak.
So wait,
Yeah.
they had it on loan. Now, and they traded you, so now you have it. So if the
Uh-huh.
person that wants it back, you just have to give it back.
Oh, well, dead. But supposedly his family might be looking for it at some point. Maybe. But the guy was apparently one of the mages that got sent to the 5th Holy Grail War.
Oh, gotcha.
he's either dead or like disappeared. I don't know. But
Not around.
he's not around, so he's not gonna come looking for this. And I don't. Apparently, there was enough like red tape and weird shit that like they're probably also not gonna come looking for it. So yeah.
You're not planning on entering the Grail War, though.
Thought it was cool.
Sorry, if you said anything, I didn't hear it.
I just thought it was cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
And just for everyone's reference, like looking at it, similar to the things back in the Lupin Mansion or the things that you saw on the boat, there's a certain quality to it that makes it feel more firm and real. Like the world around it feels lighter than it is. It has the weight of mystery on it.
Oh man, I'm back in the real world.
Yeah, up here sucks.
Ah.
Yeah, the air feels thinner on you again.
I'm like, damn. Oh yeah, like I'd be like, yeah, breathing in Dream's End was great. Breathing here is rough again.
It's a little bit easier in the shop with like the bounded fields and Layla and all that stuff.
It's a little bit easier. Like, it's not the ideal sleeping conditions, but it's a little bit easier.
Yeah, I don't really have any solid plans with this.
Cool,
Vivi
though.
said if I wanted to try and learn more about it, like somebody could attune to it and like see what it does.
Did they give you a name of the person or the family who loaned it?
Yeah, it's a Grecian family, but the guy's name is Atrum Galliasta? Galliasta? Yeah. All I know about him is that he was in the Holy Grail War and he was kind of a jackass.
That's canonical.
Yeah. Kind of is an understatement.
Yeah.
It's canonical to the anime, not the visual novel. He doesn't exist in the visual novel.
Good.
Galliasta. I might need to do what I can find out about them.
Yeah. I was honestly just planning on keeping it in my apartment until I can figure out what I actually want to do with it.
Uses it to swat at spiders that are out of reach.
Oh, my first thought was like, it makes a good walking stick.
Cosplay.
All of you are rude.
That was out of character. That was not in the end.
Oh no, Aidin 100% was like, it would make a good walking stick.
Penelope is fully calling you all rude.
What did I do?
No, you're good. You're good. You're not rude. Yet.
You see his ears just lower. Oh.
Yeah.
So do you want to find out what it does?
Huh?
Do you want to find out what it does?
I do, actually.
Like the chanting, attune to it, attune to it.
Derek, by the way, has no great knowledge of Greek mythology, so he has no idea if this is a good or bad idea. He's just curious.
Yeah, Aidin doesn't either, real talk. Like,
God. So if Penelope catches on fire, we're blaming it on Derek and Aidin. Got it.
Sure.
Oh yeah. Here, let me sit next to the bro. There we go.
But yeah, even if I wanted to attune to it, it's gonna be a while before I can do that. So.
That's fair. We have a few things that we don't quite know about. I wonder what Papu's up.
Find out.
True.
I could call him.
Might be fun to pay him a visit, or get him to come here.
Yeah. Like, we still have to find out what those vials are.
Oh, that's true. I could probably take a look at them here. I'm in my workshop now, after all.
Vials.
We found some vials.
We found-
One of them.
We found a lot of things in Shalara's lab.
What did you find?
A lot of interesting things.
One was a
Okay.
poison, and it can put. Aiden's like, one's a poison that can put elves to sleep. Myself. It's
That's not great.
non-magical. Yeah. It's not great.
I know how to make it now. Hooray.
It's on the picture.
Yeah, the rest I don't know what they are.
So I could take a crack at looking at those, and also the other two. Let's see, I've got. Oh wait, they're in my inventory. 3 vials of different colors from Shalara, and then there were a couple of potions on the bandolier that I meant to look at and just never did. So I could take a crack at looking at what those are.
Go for it.
What do I need to roll?
For identifying the potions, those for you are going to be your choice of nature or arcana checks. Because you druid.
Oh, absolutely nature. Okay. So it's the 3 vials from Shalara, and then those 2 mystery potions on the bandolier.
They slap a guidance on you.
Ooh, that's no good anyway.
Alright, that was one of the vials from Shalara?
Yeah, sure. I'll guidance myself. Or take the... Wow, that's a 7.
I mean...
He'll give you some bardic inspiration.
That's what, an 8 now?
Good question.
10?
Hold, please.
It's a 20.
It's a D... Yes, it's a D8.
It's a D8? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh, 14.
Okay.
Yep.
So the, this is one of the vials?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So one of the vials contains what you can identify as... well, here's the description, and then I'll give you the item. The clear liquid which floats at the top of this vial has cloudy white impurities drifting in it. And I will now add it to your inventory. Because you did identify it. It's something you've not seen before, but you get an idea of what it is now. I don't know how much that stands out in your giant list of potions, so I'm just going to tell you which one it is.
Yeah.
Probably better to do that. Do I have to identify you manually? Fine. Me.
Ooh.
Whoa.
So this one is a potion of flying. Very interesting.
I'm going to tell you how that works now, because it's not quite like the spell. When you drink this potion, you gain a flying speed equal to your walking speed for 1 hour and can hover. If you're in the air when the potion wears off, you fall unless you have some other means of staying aloft. The potion's clear liquid floats at the top of the container, and its cloudy white impurities drifting in it. There you go. So you got one of those.
Okay. I guess I roll again
Mm-hmm.
to identify a second one. Please be better than a 2. Or roll a 1 so I can re-roll. Oh, okay.
That's
I
better.
don't even think I need the guidance, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Yeah.
Did that stick? No. There we go.
Okay.
21.
So, whereas the first one had a little cloud floating around on the top of it, This one has a fog that flows around like water. And I will add it to your inventory and then share what it is.
Oh, interesting. This one is, it's that spell, okay, it's called Gaseous Form. You can turn into like a cloud and move around. Interesting. Good for traveling long distances quickly.
Yeah, you get the general impression that she wanted to use some of these but thought she was getting away on foot.
We found these on her body?
These are the... No, these were in the desk, weren't they?
Or on the desk? Okay.
Yeah. So that's what she was going to. Like, she was trying to get to the desk, and you got her before she got there. Because if she could have turned into gaseous form, she would have been fine.
She would have been gone. Gonzo.
Yeah, but you stopped her from getting there.
Oh.
And in the meta level, that's why I was telling you that, like, if she gets too far, you're not going to get her.
Mm-hmm. And the third one is a 20.
Nice. And the third one is really more just fun. Drag it to your inventory. And share it.
Oh.
Enjoy.
Oh.
Ooh, this one is a potion of fire breath.
You get the impression that that might have been one of the ingredients in what she was doing with her nightmare experiments.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
I'll hold on to this one.
Aidin flinches and just looks away. Me, the person, like, oh.
All right, I'm going to remove the 3 vials of unidentified stuff now.
Yay.
And then while we're here, just for kicks, there's those 2 potions that I never bothered to identify. They were on that potion bandolier from all the way back where we were. Yeah.
And yeah.
Nice.
That's a 15. There's one that's just fully clear, and then there's another one that's like yellow and has an eyeball floating in it, I want to say.
Yeah, let me get those for you.
Yeah, clear potion that has no other clues to its identity, such as taste, color, or smell.
Uh-huh.
The empty vial of the greater, the greater.
All right, I'm going to share these items with you.
And then a vial of yellowish liquid with an unsettling eyeball floating in it.
Very unsettling. So here's the first clear one. That was a mystery. Because that's what you're just checking for, right?
Yeah. Oh.
You
Cool.
can turn into a pool of water. 10 minutes.
No.
And then Penelope can walk on top of you.
I mean, yeah.
There's a lot of perks to it, but
I'm just saying.
And then
The
this
coolest.
one. Okay. And then 17 for the one with the eyeball.
all right, I think you might like this one.
The unsettling is...
Ooh.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
I'm going to read out loud to everyone what that does, because I don't see the full description in the identified thing, and that's weird. Wait, can I just click the button and make it... Oh, I can just do that? That's so cool now. Behold.
Oh.
That's a new feature that wasn't there when we were playing last year.
I
Yeah.
love that.
And because you're wondering about what the spell does... What do you mean you can't show the spell? How dare you?
I can read it to you. I've got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you create an invisible sensor within range of a location familiar to you, a place you have visited or seen before, or in an obvious location that is unfamiliar to you, such as behind a door or around a corner or in a grove of trees. The sensor remains in place for the duration, and it can't be attacked or otherwise interacted with. When you cast a spell, you choose seeing or hearing. You can use the chosen sense through the sensor as if you were in its space. As your action, you can switch between seeing and hearing. A creature that can see the sensor, such as a creature benefiting from invisibility or true sight, sees a luminous, intangible orb about the size of your fist, and it lasts for 10 minutes, and the range is a mile.
Cool.
Normally, it takes concentration for those 10 minutes, but yeah, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah,
Good to know.
it's a good spell.
You can get to spying with it.
Yeah,
It also saves you having to spend, material components on it.
that's you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you've identified all your stuff now.
Yeah.
You can turn into water form or gas form.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can remain in solid form.
And then Aiden's the one that actually found those 3 vials. So, well, one of these aside, I can, if you want them back, since you did find them, I can give you the flying or the gaseous form potions. I might also be able to learn how to replicate these.
I was
Maybe.
gonna say, if you want to keep them to potentially replicate, that's okay with me. The only one that really interests me is that flying one. I'm kind of a big bulky person.
Yeah, the flying potion. Well, luckily we know at least a couple people that can cast fly, or at least one now.
I cannot.
I know Johnny could at some point. I don't know if she still can. And then there's, of course, Diana.
Yeah, but I passed those to you knowing that you work with potions, and I figured they'd, be of interest to you. So they are yours.
Yeah, John can't do that anymore.
How is Johnny doing?
I mean, she's fine.
That's good.
She didn't come with me to meet with Richard because we're trying to minimize how much she actually goes and interacts with anything too dangerous right now.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But she's still she's getting there.
We're rooting for her. She got
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
But she's been learning a lot too. But yeah. Like I was actually on my way back to where she was when you guys called me, and then yeah.
Oh, did you want to head back? We can wait for you.
I mean, we might as well figure out what we need to figure out, I guess.
I definitely... I'm gonna need to talk to that Grand Marshal again. I'm hoping he's back at the school.
Well, I'm going to need a catalyst for
Oh.
sure. I've got some digging I need to do and some people I need to get in contact with.
Anise, do you want the stuff?
If I can't get a catalyst for the person that I think I want, that staff would be an acceptable substitute.
Oh, do you know who you're thinking about?
Have an idea. I don't want to say anything just in case, but the fact that that staff exists is a very good thing, because that might mean that a catalyst for the person I'm trying for actually does exist too. Like I said, I don't have any solid ideas. I don't have any solid leads just yet. I need to, make some calls and do some research and whatnot.
I do need to point out, maybe you already know, that other staff you have, whenever you decide to summon, make sure that's not near you.
Yes. I don't think he would be very helpful to me. I mean, you kind of gave away your command seals to the butcher, but just on the off chance that the Grail chooses you, do you want the staff?
It wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, just in general, like, if you need to keep that on you, it came in handy for healing.
Oh, Penelope, you haven't seen the staff yet. I kind of kept it a secret, and she'll just take it off her back and...
What is it?
I always mix up who it actually is, because I want to say it's for Cultus, but it's not. It's,
Asclepius.
Asclepius, yeah.
Asclepius. This is the... I think, anyway, it's either a replica or the original thing. It's a staff belonging to Asclepius, the, god of medicine from Greek myth.
Oh.
It can... You have to attune to it, but you can, say, cast mass cure wounds at an incredibly clutch part of a battle against a bunch of spiders, like I did.
Oh, wow.
It was the most surprising thing to see, yeah.
I think if you use it too much, it will just poof out of existence. So have to be very careful with when it's actually used. But in theory, it means anyone can cast healing spells, whether or not they can cast magic.
That's really cool.
It's like he's just like staring at it, like it is really helpful, yeah.
And if it is indeed the original, or even if it is a replica, it's a powerful replica. It could summon the real deal.
Could I, like, do you mind if I get close to it?
She just hands it over.
Oh.
We're not in the middle of battle right now. I don't see what the hell.
With the fact that I read the scroll and I have, like, advantage and like anything student related, can I tell if this is real? Like if this is a legitimate staff?
Like the staff versus like a
replica?
staff modeled after it?
Yeah. Like if I would know anything, if there were sketches, like
you
if
can try to do an Arcana check to see if you can piece something together with it.
And I get advantage, right?
I mean, you can only make the roll because you knew that, so you don't get advantage, but you can make the roll.
No. Alright, well, I've guided Sig myself.
You notice that Aidin has a tendency, before he does practically anything, to stop and chant for a second.
He prays. He literally is just like... guidance is literally prayer for him.
Yeah, it's just... I think it's really funny when players are like, and then I use guidance, because like actually interacting with a person like that in real life would be like, okay.
He doesn't look. He's very strong in his faith. And his reliance on just like, no. Eldath, see this through with me. Please don't let me fuck this up. Because look, he does it with all like intelligence-based things, okay?
Oh, but since you have tongues going, that means that we can actually hear what you're saying for once.
Yeah, so 16, he's just like, all right, Eldath, like, I'm doing the thing with like, I'm not good with human history, human knowledge. Help my brain, please. It's just... He's just, like, so blunt about it. He's just like, impart the knowledge, please.
What knowledge, please?
I would like to remember that time in class, but except this time, I would like to remember the time of the scroll I read. Can you see in my head? Like, 'cause I can't.
So, looking over it, it looks similar to an image that you found at one of the refractions in the scroll, but it's not exactly the same. You get the impression that this is modeled after it, but it is not the original.
Okay, but the model was close enough that it drew on that mystery, or was like, has it been around long
It
enough
seems to be
that-
in some way it is acting like a more like a focus of the concept of it. So like it's not the thing itself, but it is tapping into the same source as the thing itself because it is in the design of the thing itself.
Okay, yeah, so Aiden is just like, well, it's a really good model of it. It's not the true staff.
I had a feeling. I wouldn't have expected to find this kind of, like, a staff that actually belonged to a Greek god just down under Sherwood.
I mean, to be fair, we were in the Library of Alexandria.
Sort of.
I mean, and, you know, Shalara's been around for as long as she has. I figured, you know, if anybody would, it would make the most sense. Potentially her. But, yeah, it's a good replica.
Yeah, like by comparison, it does not have that same level of intensity as the other staff, but it is still obviously connected to something bigger and can do magic. So
the other staff seems like it could actually be like a real piece of whatever the heck.
the other one feels more real than most anything you've ever seen in your life.
Okay, yeah, Aiden will point that out. He's like, so, but that one feels real.
Yeah. Seeing them in proximity, I can tell this one is definitely a replica and not the original.
Yeah.
Still works insanely well.
Oh, yes. I mean, if you wanted this back, I wasn't sure if you wanted to use it, you know, in moments like that again.
I'll hold on to it for now. We can always move it around. All you have to do is attune to it. So it could be helpful to have it on someone that can't normally heal.
Keep in mind that it can only be attuned to a bard, cleric, or druid.
Ah, okay.
All three of us.
They thought about that.
Yeah.
It works out great for this party, but it means that you can't just like hand it off to a monk or a bird or something and have it work.
Right. That's fair.
Damn. Hemlock with the staff. Caca.
Is that something that I would just know?
You know it from attuning it, yeah.
Okay.
You have a certain understanding of how it works and what it will or won't do because you've connected to it.
All three of us can use it, and it does just let you cast without trying to figure out how to say spell slots without actually saying spells.
Energy?
Without using
It allows you to draw mana from the world around you instead of yourself.
So, it could still be handy, but I will hold on to it for now, I guess.
Derek couldn't use it.
Not unless he trains in magic like us.
Aiden turns to Derek. Hey, bro.
Don't have the circuits, can't do it.
That is a good point.
He casts spells with chi.
Well,
Now that we've got those figured out, I mean, I still need to figure out a scroll eventually, and either that could be Kwaku or the Grand Marshal, and you need to find a catalyst. I want to go for the catalyst first, or?
I need to find out whether the catalyst I want exists, but if I do find that out, I've got a surefire way to get it.
Where would you, I guess, find that information?
Well, I have a few leads. I have a few people I'm going to talk to first before calling up my person that can get me the catalyst for sure.
Oh.
And then, not retroactively, I've already had this conversation about, like, all the people I would ask.
Yep.
And then the information I got.
We have caught back up to where that was.
Yeah. Essentially, Anice's research game plan is a library first, asking trusted sources, and then she would go to uh, Lord El-Melloi II in Clock Tower to find out that this guy's an asshole and that he went over and fought in the Fifth Grail War and is MIA. And then she would find out about the family. So I think in that off-screen conversation, she found out where the family lives and that the staff definitely exists.
Yeah, she found out that, according to the department research, 2 staffs were unearthed together.
Mm.
Or rather, from the same place. The 2 of them were unearthed from the same place. And one of them was lent over to the department. Well, lent over is a bit of an exaggeration. Like, the previous owner brought it there to get it studied and verify its authenticity to use in the previous war. And following that, he did not, like, he presumably used it to do the summoning, but shortly after using it, things went very badly for him. So the staff was recovered, but he was not, and the the people there in the Department of Lore kept coming up with bureaucratic reasons to hang on to it because they wanted to study it. And in the meantime, like, that family that, you know, the previous owner, Aram, is from, they went on hard times because, like, the person who had control over most of their fortune spent it, and then a series of horrible things happened to him and his legacy, and they wanted to get their staff back, but bureaucracy kicked in, but there was an understanding that they did have a second one. And it has not been studied. At least not by the department.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. But obviously that conversation hasn't happened just yet because
Right.
we're still here talking.
Right.
Yeah.
That was more refreshing for you because it was a while ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's Annis's plan, is go find that information and then I guess we
think
convene with the group.
Yeah. Aidin might ask if he can tag along to the school because he's got to go there anyways. You know, quote unquote, just you know,
Mm-hmm.
you have conversation.
Mhm.
You know, if need be off screen, but Marshall man, get over here.
Like, if he's there.
Yeah.
He has kind of a questionable
I will send to this man if I have to.
relationship with reality.
Yeah, I mean, look, I reached him on the other planes. I'll send a knock his way.
I mean, that is up to you.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll ask if he's around in the neighborhood. I'll
If you're bothering Lord El-Melloi II, Annis would need to bring a whole lot more bribes than she is already bringing.
100% he would like to bother him eventually.
Oh boy.
But also his room is like the safe house to have conversations in because he can lock it up. So, you know, we might need to borrow that room. We should bring him bribes. Aiden like holds out the candy bowl that he's like half eaten and just stares at it.
Well, we could also ask him to come to the shop. Or meet him at like his favorite like tea place.
Aiden just kind of looks at it as he's like, yes, but I would like to be in a room that could be scry-proofed.
The shop is scry-proof, right? Do we know that?
I don't
I mean,
know, actually.
You don't know that? You know that you have fields up. You don't... Like, you might have to ask your grandfather exactly what, because he put them in place. You just kept them maintained.
I feel like that maybe would have been something Annis would have asked Grandpap after the boat, because we were so worried about being scryed on.
Did you go see him after the boat? Because after the boat, you kind of were in panic mode when
I
you
mean,
got
yeah,
there.
we
I don't
did
think
see them.
I don't think we've had time.
Yeah.
We've seen them, Anise and Aidin, because Aidin had to go back and be like, we made the contract, and then we got into a yelling fit, and almost threw hands up. Margaret?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was our brief boat afterwards, and she
Right.
would.
I
But it
don't
was
think
not
Did you say
long.
Margaret Ray?
Janice would have.
I can't remember her name. All I know is that she said rude shit to Anise.
Yeah,
And
I don't
she
think
was
we would have
about-
thought because we were no longer in like scry panic mode at that point.
Yeah, Aiden's back in scry panic mode because it's just like, no. Like, she's dead. My hair is retrieved. But we don't know if the butcher can do it, because obviously he had access to the portal because he's been around, and that's how he got through that loophole. So, like, Aiden's just kind of like, I need to have a conversation where I know no one can peer on it.
You know.
And I also need to get a necklace like
Mhm.
Johnny's, at least, so I can be wary. Preferably not scryed on at all.
You know, in all this time I've been here, I've never really had to worry about being scryed on. So
Actually, wait. We do know it's not scry proof because Johnny was getting scryed on in your room.
Yeah, and then Angelica says she checks in on Anise all the time. Okay.
Yeah. Boom.
Well, never mind. Whoop. All right.
Penelope slams the case closed like, nope.
Our memory is coming back to us slowly.
Yeah, we know this shop is not scry proof, probably on purpose so that Grandpap and
Your mom.
can keep tabs on me. Anyway, yeah, I suppose we should probably see if we can have a conversation with. If we're gonna go talk to Lord El-Melloi, and I plan on it, in his office, which I think is probably scry proof. It's in Clock Tower.
So is that what everybody's doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rounding up all the fancy wine and chocolates and
Yeah.
imported strategy games.
Aiden passes back the half-empty candy bowl. He's like, I'm sorry. I hope this is enough.
All right. Well, we'll summarize that a little bit. So,
Penelope's gonna wait.
She's got to take that case back
Oh,
to
yeah.
the where she's staying.
So we're gonna go have a chat. Penelope's taking her staff back to wherever it is that she's staying.
okay, we'll just talk about what the summary of that is rather than play the whole thing out. So, like, you're bringing a bunch of stuff. You've got his attention. You're asking questions. What are you asking?
Like, for me, it's the whole conversation about the Galliasta family.
Right. The stuff that you've already done. Like,
Yeah,
the stuff that's already
Aiden-
done.
cool.
Aiden would like to try and reach out to the Grand Marshal.
The Wizard Marshal.
Yeah.
But are you asking waiver anything specific?
Oh god, I did have something for him and now I can't fucking remember. He's gonna ask for a future meeting because I can't remember right now. If he can visit as, said horse and get in.
I mean, you have a mask that lets you pretend to be a person now.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll set up a future meeting.
But it is an illusion, and that might be a problem. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem. Yeah, because
Yeah.
it does the fields dispel
Yeah.
illusions.
That
don't
may
they? Yeah.
be problematic for you. It's true.
Yeah. So he's just like, is there a way? Well, actually, yes, because he's gonna be like, look, I kind of got outed on the boat. I'm pretty sure your school knows. Maybe not like the students, but like, is there a way that I can get in without issue?
Polymorph.
Oh yeah, there's the polymorph.
I mean, I'm assuming we fed you a polymorph potion before going to this sudden meeting with Waiver.
Oh, yeah. Dudley form, baby.
Yep. You are slightly smarter and in many ways worse.
Good times,
And
good
Annis will
times.
just- and Annis 100% just steal another pair of Buck's pants for you.
I've got in my inventory a Einsburn human male clothing.
Annis still steals one of Buck's pants for you.
I mean,
she's mad at him for just abandoning the shop.
I mean, that is fair.
And I'm gonna rip them. Okay, but yeah, he needs, like, because Annis can't sit here and make potions for him every time. Like, she's got her own shit to do. That he's gonna try and find a way to be like, look, I need to get in and out here. Can you help me set this up with somebody? Or with you?
Like, you're asking him that?
Yeah.
He wants to know why you want to keep tempting fate by going there.
I want you to know I learned a lot from one class lesson, and that information is vital.
It's like, he's pretty direct with you about the fact that you can keep trying, but, like, each time you show up, people are going to wonder who you are, and they're going to start looking in. And that's not really a thing that he can do anything about. Simply talking to him right now is probably getting rumors and attention.
Okay. Fuck. Alright, well, I'll remember the question, because I did have one for him. I'll say that he gives it to him right now, and then just, like, send it your way.
I mean, are you trying to remember about the, what was weirdly familiar about the...
I was gonna ask the Grand Marshal that.
It's up to you.
I mean, if he knows, then he'll pull it out to him first. Or he'll talk about it, because I didn't take a bottle of it. He's like, look, I don't know what this matter is. Does it ring any bells? I was gonna ask the Grand Marshal.
So, you describe what it looked like the last time you saw it?
Yeah, and like how it gets harder when it's pulled away in small quantities. And the school made me think about it.
He's gonna ask you, what do you mean by harder? Like, is it
like
clumping?
It started crystallizing on her bottle.
When it was separated from the rest of it?
Yes.
He's gonna get you some crayons that he confiscated from Flat and ask you to draw what this looked like.
Woo! And it's like rainbow swirls and white, like correctly right. It's just like
Smelled like cotton candy.
yeah. I don't know what that is, but I already like it from what it's been explained. That smells really good.
Cotton candy is this... They take sugar and do something with it to make it the consistency of cotton. Like fluffy. But you can eat it.
Oh. I want some of that. And he just proceeds to continue like scribbling.
I'll see if I can get some. It's pretty good.
Ooh. And he holds it up.
In small quantities.
Or
Okay.
it hardens.
What does it look like when it hardens?
He draws like a crystallized, like on the bottle itself as like the liquid form and the hardened form.
If you remove it from the rest of the liquid, it acts like it's turning into ice, but it doesn't get cooler as far as we can tell. It just crystallizes.
And he's gonna ask if you brought any of it with you here.
No. I mean, I did put some in the bottle, but as explained, it just crystallized the bottle, and I didn't want it to crystallize the meat.
He's gonna ask when the last time you looked at it was.
On our way back, right?
Yeah.
Like, you haven't looked at it since the bit that you took from there, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna recommend you take a look at that now that it's been removed from the source for a while and see what it looks like.
No, she threw it. Like
Yeah,
it is not.
I don't
with
think
us.
we weren't able to take any.
Oh, I thought you were saying earlier that Aidin
want
was
to.
taking some of it back.
Oh, you allowed me to? Because I wanted to.
I thought you said you were.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I wanted to, but you never okay.
Yeah, you could take some of it with you, like acknowledging that like you have to be careful with it because obviously it rolls over whatever you put it in. Like, what did you put it in? Is the best question.
A flask. I've got a flask.
All right, the flask itself, when you did that, became like covered in crystal, almost like it's overrun with rock candy. When you did that, what did you do with it? Just put it in your bag, or
yeah, it would have been in my bag of holding.
okay.
Saddlebag.
Do you have that with you now?
Oh yeah.
All right.
It's strapped to his booty.
He would like to see what it is.
Okay, I pass it over.
It didn't crystallize Aidin when he touched the crystals.
I assumed I didn't touch the crystally parts.
That was what I was concerned about.
So,
Yeah, 'cause,
what I'm interpreting what you said, and you can correct me if this is not the case, was that you scooped a bit of it into your flask,
yeah,
and then you
I know
shoved it in the bag
crystallized.
before any of it got on you.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't realize that you actually let me keep it because I was like, I did the scoop, but we didn't kind of go, yeah,
Right.
it's with you. So that's my B.
yeah, so this is why I'm clarifying now. Like, if that's what you wanted to do, I'm telling you, you could have done that. So, if you scooped it in and you immediately tossed it in the bag, then you can now retrieve it from the bag. And when you do, you can see that all of that crystalline stuff has turned into a gross black sludge.
Oh.
And is there a gross black sludge all over everything in the bag?
Roll me a D100.
Oh, no.
God. Why did you say this?
I mean, I was going to ask you anyway, but I wanted to let you slowly realize that you have other stuff in your bag.
There's
Oh
a
no.
particular arc of the Adventure Zone I'm thinking of that I immediately thought of when it said it was crystallizing. That's why I was like, okay, I'm not touching it.
To be fair, Aiden's not that smart. He'd put it in there. How do I just do 2 of these
Type /die 1D100.
Mm-hmm.
Or I think you could also roll the one with 2 zeros on it. I think you get the same result either way.
75.
Okay.
I don't know if pie is good or bad.
So, looking inside of your bag, there is black goop on 3 out of 4 things.
I start Anise, it's everywhere.
And
This is why I didn't bring any.
it's sticking to a lot of your stuff.
No!
So he sees that, and he looks very serious for a moment. And
I pull out the items that are goopy.
as you do that, he calls over to Gray and asks her to bring out Ad right now and tells Ad to eat it. And the little cube in a bird cage is allowed to pretty much treat all of your items like they are like barbecue ribs. Just going through, consuming that stuff off of all of it.
Like a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And then he sort of turns to you and he says that you have successfully found a source of ether clumps. And it was fortunate that you took care of them before they ignited. And that this is one of the things that was responsible for the fire in 1994.
Whoa. Okay, so does Anise know what ether is?
Yes. She understands, like all of you now with context understand that it's the strange, ether clumps are the physical manifestation of mana or mana, depending, and that it is a byproduct of using magic. It's kind of like the waste material, at least as it is understood. And saying it's understood is generous. No one actually understands how it works, but that is usually when it is observed.
The byproduct of using mana?
The byproduct of using magic, not magecraft.
Okay.
Like actual big M magic. Like the one that there's only
Okay.
5 of.
And then there's no way for us to know this as characters, but
Mhm.
as players, that's Grail Mud, right? That's
That is what Grail Mud manifests as, yeah.
okay.
But just to clarify for players, like Grail Mud is not inherently bad.
I didn't just.
Grail Mud in the context of like the shows, yeah, because it's corrupted. But this, like, the Grail manifests it probably because it's doing magic. It's just the corruption makes it gross. But yeah, this is more just a matter of like, in his experience, this is bad. But
Okay,
no one really understands it.
Aiden was just walking around like a propane tank. It's all good. Just kind of looks to Penelope and Anna's is like, so sorry.
Penelope's not there.
Oh shit, you're right.
Though,
Sorry, guys.
it is fortunate that you checked and found this in the presence of someone who could get rid of it.
Uh-huh.
Or it would have been very bad for Annis's house.
Oh, Aiden apologizes profusely. Sorry.
Cool.
So let's never touch that again.
Good thing we didn't go swimming in it.
Yeah. It smelled so good though.
He says that he has a feeling it probably spoils when it's taken away from a world that can support it.
Oh. Cool. You mind if I like see if the Grand Marshal is around and about and like that and then he's done. I can just send you that message later.
I mean, like, he recommends not bothering him, but he also acknowledges that you're not going to listen to him.
I mean that's fair. He's not.
Just continue to be entertaining.
Just like I finished the homework. I gotta go talk to him. But yeah, that's all I needed there.
Okay.
I just can't remember because I did have a question. I just feel like I can't
Sure.
remember it now.
We can catch up on that later.
Yeah.
Anna got the information she needed.
Cool.
So, yeah, I guess we can reconvene back at the shop with Penelope.
Did you tell Penelope where we're gonna reconvene back at the shop?
We want to call Penelope to see if she wants to meet somewhere else.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because if I got all of the information I think I got, my next move is going to be discussing it with the two of you and then calling up Lupin.
Nice.
Oh, boop, boop, beep, boop, boop, beep, boop. Ring, ring. Whatever the ringtone for the BlackBerry would have been.
It's still ringing.
I bet you they're holding hands.
Does it go to voicemail?
Yep.
Penelope, hi, it's Anise. Whenever you want to talk, we'll be back at the shop. I have some information about some things and stuff. What do I do to end this voiced mail thing? I think I just closed the phone and then I closed the phone.
You get the alert that you have a voicemail.
Your phone goes off like you're getting a text.
Beep 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 beep.
I checked the text.
It just says, "What do you want to talk about?"
I send back one word, and that word is heist. Mostly because it takes me about 20 minutes to type it.
Using the good T9 input.
Penelope just calls Annis back. Ring, ring. Ring, 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 ring.
It's Penelope! Pick up the phone! It's Penelope!
phone, bitch! It's Penelope!
As made canon.
Hi, Penelope.
What do you mean by heist?
I have a lead on where I can get the catalyst that I want, so I'm thinking
Okay.
about calling up friend, the gentleman thief, to get it for me. But I wanted to know if we wanted to make this a fun little outing, or if I should just be boring and have him just get it for me.
I mean, we
Hello?
could. When do you want to do this?
Are you free tonight? We could just go and do it tonight.
Tonight?
Or tomorrow.
Hold on. She's gonna cover the phone. You hear her like mumbling something in the background.
Aidin, you are obviously invited too.
Oh, thank you. Hey, Derek, are you invited to the heist?
Of course he's invited to the heist. He can walk on the ceiling.
Heist.
I mean, I could always just say, hey, just get this catalyst for me and be done, but there's no fun in that, right?
It'll be like when we saved the plants.
Exactly like
All
that.
the children. Alright, Derek, you gotta get your costume on again.
My sneaking
So
costume.
Penelope is good. Oh, what?
His sneaking costume?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead with Penelope stuff.
Yeah, she's just gonna like. She's got the mouthpiece of the phone covered. And she's gonna turn and look at Johnny and be like, they're wanting to do a heist. After they just got back from killing a fucking spider bitch.
I mean,
When the fuck do they sleep?
I don't know. I have to assume that they're running on coffee and sugar.
But
Can we
also,
take-
like, they literally just got back there talking about going tonight.
Tomorrow.
I
Or
mean,
maybe tomorrow, but
based on my understanding of heist movies, you usually need a few days to plan, but
yeah, I thought so.
Annis
And
is
I'd
not
have to
any
leave-
notions.
I'd have to, like, oh god, no, I hate leaving you behind.
I'll be okay. I'm safe here.
Okay.
But, you know, don't, like, you can tell them to wait. We've got, what, like, half a year?
Yeah. Alright, hold on. And she's gonna pick up uncover the phone. Annis.
Yes?
Okay, look. I'm all for this. But you literally just got back from killing Shalara.
Annis has gotten a taste for danger. No, I'm kidding.
And you have to plan these things. You can't just go do them.
Oh. Oh,
Have
really?
Have you not
I
watched
should
any heist movies?
think about who you're talking to.
Have you not read any heist books?
Are there really? Anyway, no, I
How do
hadn't
you
really...
not read these heist books? I don't even read books and I know they exist.
This is like where the next few days it's just
There's
us watching
literally
movies.
where the like that's
okay,
where
okay, point taken. It obviously shouldn't be tonight. You're right, we did just get back. And, you know, there's no guaranteeing that our friend, the gentleman thief, will even be, you know, ready within a day's notice. That's, You're right. You're right. But are you still in on this? Do you want to go?
Yeah.
Okay. We can give it a few days. However long we need to.
Yeah, let's give it a few days to plan, figure this out. No, I cannot just leave right now.
That's fair. Yeah. I also hadn't really thought about how I was going to contact him.
Yeah, yeah.
I've got that letter. I just kind of assumed I could just hold that aloft and he would appear.
Oh my god.
I hadn't really thought about this. I just found out that this thing that I want even exists today. I'm getting a little impatient. There's months until the big thing.
You've got at least 5-6 months before this is even a huge thing that has to be worried about. Like,
I don't even have the seals yet. That's
yeah.
I couldn't even use the thing.
So yeah, let's give it a few days, and by that time I should be at a point where I, can actually come and join you guys, and yeah.
Sorry, I just got excited by the concept of a heist.
Oh, you're good. And I know I'm not even doing this whole Grail War thing, but I mean, there's so much going on my end I haven't even gotten to tell you guys about. I just haven't had the time.
Well, alright. I'm going back to the shop. I don't know if the big guy is planning on staying at the shop or going back to the woods, or anything like that, but I'm going back to the shop for now.
Okay. I'll stop by the shop in a little bit, because I do actually want to talk to you guys about what's been happening.
With your lady?
Yeah, you could put it that way.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I'll see you. I don't know. Do you have dinner plans?
No, not really. We got
Okay,
back
cool.
sooner than I think anyone expected.
Okay, cool. Actually, yeah, you're right. Huh. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I'll come over. We'll do dinner. And then I can tell you guys about stuff.
Sounds good.
Cool. Okay. And she hangs up the phone.
Oh, okay. Annis closes her phone. And fast forward to the shop.
Pretty much.
New.
You want me to drag you to, like, the upstairs or anything?
Annis cooks up a big ol', I don't know, spaghetti dinner.
Yeah,
Delicious.
spaghetti.
And she's like, oh wait, shoot, Aidin can't have meat. And then she's like, I'll just put in some mushrooms.
Guess what I still have? I still have yeehaw veggie chili,
No!
and I'm gonna eat it.
Just make marinara sauce.
You don't
Veggie
have to eat
haw
that.
chili.
You don't have to eat that, big guy.
What
But
was
I
that?
understand also if you don't want to have mushrooms.
Oh,
I heard that pun, by the way. Don't think you can't get away with that pun.
Aiden kind of looks at the mushrooms and it's just like, I'll eat it.
We won't even be able to taste it over all the tomato sauce and cheese.
He's never had like fancy people pasta. He's like really intrigued by this. He's like, eat it.
She's one of those people that simmers her pasta sauce on the stove for like 6 hours.
Oh
my
my
God.
god.
Aiden's like the impatient kid that like walks up, really wants to stick the finger in, gets slapped away. He's like, ah.
Except you're a giant horseman.
Yeah.
You get slapped away by Ignatius, who is currently heating the sauce.
Oh my god. Oh, speaking of, I am practicing my
Oh, yeah.
speak with Ignatius because that was something he was working on.
While she's simmering the sauce, she cheerfully tells Ignatius all about Jalokia and how cool he was.
You get a sense of begrudged approval.
Oh.
Well,
Jealous.
listen, I can't summon you. You're Grandpap's fire elemental. But, you know, you're still my favorite fire elemental. I only know 2 so far, but you're the favorite.
He nods and continues to sizzle.
Anyway, yeah. She also makes some garlic bread, because why not?
Oh hell yeah,
Ooh.
garlic bread.
We eat fancy tonight.
We have to show Aiden how to, like, do the twirl pasta fork thing.
Oh my
Probably.
god. Forks.
Oh
What are
no,
forks?
I'm fully looking forward to Aiden just like face planting into the plate of pasta.
I mean, he was gonna use his
Sucking it
hands
up.
as he should.
You know, you're gonna get here, take this wooden fork
He looks at it.
in the noodles, and you twirl the noodles until you get a big old glob like this. And she demonstrates.
I liked those handheld things. Or I'm assuming like when they were at the diner, he had like chicken nugget thing where
Oh,
he was
yeah.
just like using his hands. It's like, can I do it like that?
Pasta nuggets.
Pasta. Oh my god.
No. And in fact, if you try to eat this with your hands, I'm going to disown you.
Just starts crying on the spot. You're gonna disown me,
Fuck.
Derek.
Oh my god, I'm kidding.
I
And then
don't
it's about
think
the
she
time
owns
that-
you.
If you want to blend in better with humans, you need to learn to eat like them.
God. All right. Can I want my own separate role. That's a human check.
Oh my god.
Roll deception.
Fuck yes. I'm going to deception. Let me get rid of this.
But you don't get to
Deception
guidance
on
your
a hook.
deception because it's really obvious you're suspicious if you're using guidance.
And... Oops.
Can it be like how I have the modern technology skill that I'm not proficient in?
Yeah.
I am like stabbing the fork in there with my 10 deception. I'm just got this.
You know, just keep
This is
practicing.
all happening before Penelope even gets there.
No, I'm assuming this is happening during
Okay.
when Penelope is there.
Oh, because she hadn't gotten there yet.
Oh. Well, this would be happening while we're trying to eat a meal as a family.
Okay.
Yeah, this is kind of the fast forward to when everyone's there and eating. We're acknowledging that time is passing. I'll move the little
Okay.
clock thing just because.
Can I say that Penelope brought Johnny with her?
If you want to.
Okay. Yeah, she brought her along.
Here comes the girl. Hello.
Oh, can you use the spice pouch to like?
Not
Or
the
did it-
spice pouch.
Does it only make Bojangles sauce?
No,
Or
that's
does
just
it-
what you kept picking.
Okay.
It'll make anything.
Bojangles sauce, I say. Oh my god. I'm just owning myself.
The bow salt.
Bojangles.
No. I just hear you cackling from the other room, even though you can't hear you cackling in Discord.
Oh jeez.
So anyway, yeah, we sit down for a meal. Aiden definitely eats pasta like a normal human. Totally.
Totally. I mean, it's a 10. It's not a 1. It's halfway there.
There, you're halfway
Yeah,
there.
the fork is in
A
my
lot
hand.
of humans have trouble twirling pasta, so you're in line with that.
Okay. I'm not an Italian man. I got this.
So you are there, you are eating, you may continue if you wish.
Woo. Yeah, so Aidin will relay the cool information that was terrifying that he was equivalently carrying around, like, very flammable coal.
Gross.
Cause he's just like, it's gone now, thankfully. So I'm not gonna touch that again. I'm not gonna bring it out here.
So, yeah, don't go swimming in any liquid that smells like cotton candy in Dream's End, is the moral to this story, I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't planning on it.
It's a bad time. So, what did you want to tell us? You mentioned telling us something about how things are going on your end.
Right. So I had a conversation with both Vivian and Nimue at the same time.
No.
Yeah. I was trying to get a little more information about like what had happened with the whole Morgan thing. Like, see if I could get a little more answers out of them. Yeah, the whole situation is fucking complicated. Like, I mean, they're telling me one thing and she's telling me another thing, and I honestly don't know what to think, because I'm not, like, I have answers, but at the same time, I'm not, there's a piece of this puzzle missing that I'm not getting. Because, like, they're saying she changed something irreparably to the point where it screwed everything up in the future, and that's why they made her sleep. But they wouldn't tell me what it was that she screwed up. And she also didn't really tell me. Not that I've really asked her for, like, concrete details, but, like, it sucks because, like, Nimue didn't really talk much to me. She was very distracted. Yeah, and then they told me that, so they told me that they were gonna allow me to keep talking to Morgan and see if I could actually bring her around. Like, see if I can get her to the point. Well, they said to where she's being reasonable, basically, but I mean, that, who honestly knows what that means, right? But they're gonna let me keep talking to her. So, yeah. They didn't tell me I can't wake her up. But they also didn't tell me that I should. But I'm also still not sure what happened between the three of them.
I'm trying to find a way to word this, because, like, he's just watching you. From what you're saying to him, leaves him even more in doubt of Nimue at this point. Is his internal feelings. Like, you see his face kind of scrunch.
So, none of them would tell you what it is that she messed up and what effects that had on the future.
I mean, yeah, basically, like, There.
Hmm.
Basically, the only thing we could really get out of any of them was that whatever it was that she did essentially, supposedly, ended the Age of Gods. But again, no one seems to. No one's telling me anything.
Well, historically, she's known for causing the fall of Camelot.
Well, yeah. Also, if... Oh god, hold on. Now I'm getting my information confused. Out of character. Hold, please.
Okay.
Shit. Okay, I'm going to say this out of character. So that maybe I can get a clear understanding of what
Sure.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, acknowledging again, giant time skip for real life makes this a little harder. Yeah, go for it.
So if I understand the conversations that they have had so far, essentially it's not maybe necessarily that she created Dream's End as much as like maybe like whatever she did is what is creating Dream.
She is associated with Dream's End, and you're given the impression that she is necessary for it to exist.
Right.
But you don't understand the nature of the relationship. You just know that there's a connection.
Okay. Okay, back in character. So basically, I'll be honest, I don't completely understand any of this. But I think if I understand it right, she's basically necessary for Dream's End to exist. But I don't know what that means. And I don't know, like, I know that whatever is happening, like, because she's asleep, she's not able to do what it is she used to do. And then what she was claiming is that what she is able to do is just, it's not necessarily that she can turn back the clock completely and like pull things back like 20 years in the past, 30 years, 50, 100 years in the past, but like what she says that she can do is that she can turn back a single person to an earlier state.
Yeah, I remember her.
So like, but in order to do this, she has to isolate that person from the world to do it because the world already has an idea of what has happened to it. It's like she basically can correct a mistake before the outcome is really observed, is what she's claiming. And then what Nimue does is God, what have I gotten myself into, guys? It's like Nimue is more like focused on the present day stuff, or like whatever is happening in the now, and like whatever's happening this instant, and she's having to focus her attention in so many different directions that there's just so much happening in the world now that she can't keep up. Is what I'm thinking. And then this one is the hardest one. But like, Vivian is more future based, and she's able to see what will, like, what paths will happen, and she's able to arrange things so that things happen in the way that they should, according to what she thinks is necessary. It's like, if the three of them would actually work together, I feel like we would have less of a problem. But I also don't know that my understanding of this is complete enough to actually be correct.
Aiden's like clenching a fist.
And I also am like, I think she deserves to be woken up, but I don't know. It's not the right time for it yet. I just don't know when that time is yet. And I don't know what the right situation is either.
Aiden's gonna look at Penelope and be like, I'm glad we were able to have this talk. Diana said that, potentially you needed time. I needed to have a talk with Nimue because it kind of shut down when we had that talk with Morgan, and I needed opinions, I needed thoughts, and when they expressed that you have a lot going on, I was ready to wait till you're ready, so I'm glad we can talk about this, because I talked to Nimue, and from what you're telling me, I asked her the same question. I asked, why don't all three of them just work it out? Why don't they talk? And she doesn't want to, pretty much. Why are they having you talk to her instead of just sisters talking? That's my first question.
Well, they're not making me talk to her. That's the thing.
Well, not making,
they told me,
but
and they're not having me talk.
Like, it's your own choice, but I asked why they won't just talk to her.
I don't
And they
know.
just refuse to.
I don't know.
And when I brought up, hey, like, we kind of need everybody together to get this sorted. Like, this isn't going to solve anything. And, Eldath is being affected by this. And, if this is everything that's the past, why can't we blend it with the future? Why, like, everything we're doing now, the three of us, with magic and phantasmals and working with humans, I asked her, why couldn't we do that? The same concept. And Nimue said that's too many people and it would be too much, and that's not a possibility. And I don't believe that. I don't. I think we could all coexist. I mean, the whole point is we're making more mystery, more magic. How is that not a good thing?
Apparently we're not making enough. There's not enough left in the world for coexistence.
Well, if we
Which
could
really
fix this
sucks.
mana drain.
Yeah. But
That would
that's
be the first step.
but that's my point, is like we're already on a path. Why are you just saying it's pointless? Like, this is just the beginning. I mean, your Penelope pop idol was such a far reach, and with all these ideas we have, we could spread this positivity, this mystery. Like, wouldn't they want that bring it back? If they said she took away the Age of Gods, even though she seems to be, because she told us that, like, I brought up the stagnant guy, the guy she said that wouldn't be good for that, and Nimue didn't seem to care about that. She just said, oh, whatever she did, you know, or the guy got a job done, even though, you know, Morgan thought that he wasn't doing a good job, and you know, wasn't helping the future, the past, the present. Like he was stagnating. So I just I don't see how us not doing something that helps improve the future is like why just drop that immediately? It seemed like Nimue cared more about those without magic and just the future without it than helping and improving our conditions. The present's already draining.
I think Nimue is rooted enough in the present that she just sees what's happening and that's it. She doesn't. She. Because I asked them too. I was like, isn't this. Oh god, sorry, hold on. I'm pulling up my nose.
Ooh, spicy.
Oh god, where did I put it? Wow, I completely lost my nose.
Oh shit.
Fuck. Where did I put my notes on this?
I ate then.
Why would you do that? That's rude.
I was hungry.
Fuck. Hold on. I'm so sorry, guys.
Oh, you're fine.
You're okay.
Yeah.
It's like, this is a lot for me to, like...
You have the hard job of explaining metaplot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even then, it's like, I'm still not sure that I'm even parsing it to get together correctly. I'm just like, fuck.
You're doing great.
Let's just... like... It's... like, Vivian is saying that, like... the path that the world is on now is... like, there's only one into it, and that's basically the world falling apart because there's no more mystery and there's no more... it's just... things are gonna end.
So...
And... she's trying... like, they said that they're trying to find ways for... physics and mystery and everything to work together and to coincide, and they said that there's probably a way to strike a balance, but there's not really a way to have a world where, like, you have things like dragons who can fly, and it's supposed to be like impossible, and but then you turn around and you have like airplanes, which you can explain exactly how they fly.
I mean,
and
you can explain
like,
how dragons fly. They have wings.
It's just, well, see, that's the problem. Like, right there, that just takes a little bit of mystery out of it. You go, oh, well, it can fly because it has wings. That's it. It's not, oh, well, how does this huge creature who technically defies all logic, how does this creature keep up in the air? Nobody knows. But then you've got people trying to solve it and going, okay, well, yeah, it's probably just like this, that, and the other, and it takes... oh god, I don't know anymore.
I think that's where the new mysteries come in.
Yeah.
I don't mean to be rude to your lady and Lady Nimue, but I think it's the same case as when me and Anise were with the elders. It's at what did you say? The big fuck you, and we show them that it's possible. And he like does the fingers that like Annis has showed him how to do, the double birds, while, like trying to like yeah.
Oh dear.
You said you do that when you know tell somebody
think
off, but we
I
were
think
already down this path.
it's. I think what's frustrating me too is like I've known Vivian most of my life. Like I fully trust her, I think. But like she's saying that, you know, they wouldn't have locked Morgan away if, you know, what she did hadn't caused so much damage, and if what she didn't, she's like, yeah, basically she says that like Morgan can technically provide second chances and undo things, but they come at a cost that's not going to be remembered by the people it affects. And it's not necessarily that, you know, what's going to, like, undoing something that's happened is going to make something better happen.
Like,
but then
I'm
Morgan's also telling me that, like, Vivian she sees what's happening in the future, and the way she put it is that Vivian is premeditative, if that makes sense. Like, if she doesn't see a path where you are useful to her or useful to the future that she's wanting, she doesn't bother with you. And Morgan has said something like, I like to just, it makes me wonder if this hasn't, like, because I feel like I agreed to be her emissary on my own, but like, what if she set this whole thing up? What if she? I'm starting to throw doubt in myself, and I don't know. I don't know how to deal with this.
I have,
and it's just all I can do at this point is like just keep trudging along and like doing what I can to help everyone and fix mystery and make things safer, and I don't know where to turn anymore.
I have, and I have two things to say to that. It starts with the question of, if she truly believed that we're just coming to an end, why would she pick you when your whole thing is spreading mystery, being this icon, being the hope? So either A, she is telling you to your face that there is no hope and there's no use, which I think is a bit ridiculous, or B, she thinks there's hope, she's scared to say it, but she's placing that in you. And that's what I want, because otherwise I'm like, what was the point of making you her emissary if she thinks this is the one and only way? What's the point of not doing anything if we're all going to end anyway? No.
I mean,
so either she's lying to herself.
What she said though is that she said that I challenged the decline of mystery just by existing, and
Exactly.
She said that she said that the direction of the world needs disruption, and that's what I caused, basically.
Exactly, but that's my point.
So why is she? I mean,
why? Exactly, it doesn't make sense.
Fix it so that the world doesn't end up in the situation where it doesn't exist anymore, and.
But she's telling you that's it. So it's either she doesn't believe in it.
But is it out of my free will? Did I set this up, or did she plan this all along? Like,
I don't know. I don't.
I think that's the part that scares me.
But what do you... Whether...
Morgan Le Fay's whole deal is deception and lies. We all know it.
But she
so-
seemed to be telling the truth.
I mean, sure, but maybe not the whole truth, or maybe a little bit of the truth, a little bit of lies.
But who told us she's the person of deception and lies? Was it Nimue and Vivian? I can't remember.
Yeah.
It's like,
Probably
what if
based
it...
off Arthurian legend, which I've grown up reading about and being told about. But that's
Who's to say that's
true.
the truth?
Yeah, and then it's like even when it comes to Morgan, Vivian said that they didn't want her to be locked away forever, and they didn't do it out of malice or anything. I just don't think I think they were scared of what she could do based on what she had caused. Not even in retaliation, but the reason they locked her up in the first place.
We don't
They
even
were
know.
scared of what else she could do.
It's true. She could
Like, I
do
legitimately just
something-
think they're scared of her.
But
she
they
could-
won't tell us why.
If she ended the Age of Gods through her actions on purpose or accidentally or otherwise, she could easily also end the Age of Man. I don't know what age we're in. She could do something equally catastrophic now. So I do understand the trepidation on letting her out or waking her up now, but I wonder, and I don't know if there's anyone that would even know this. I wonder if when she wakes up, Dream's End will end.
What if she's integral to it?
Yeah, if she's...
What if she keeps it afloat? We have no idea. I mean, there's already the shadow problem. What if Dream's End becomes unstable?
I wonder if it's unstable if
That liquid.
Like, I wonder if the mana drain is being caused by her being asleep.
That's something I wanted to question.
Or, like, if the reason that, we keep getting all of these bubbles and... I don't know.
Well, a whole lot of smart people have told us that they're pretty sure the mana drain is caused by the wish from the previous Grail War not being able to be fulfilled.
But there was a drain before that, too.
What?
Well, okay, the more pressing, more violent mana drain is being caused by the wish, and the bubbles are being caused by all of the mana draining out, I think. But there was a steady decline of mana before that, just because of human scientific understanding of things leading to the just decline of mystery in general. That's a little harder to solve, that steady decline, or the more gradual decline. But yeah, I don't know if that's being caused by Morgan being asleep. There's a lot we don't know, and these ladies just don't seem to want to give us information, or they may not have information to give us.
I might talk to
it's really frustrating because apparently I'm like the only person who can wake her up is an emissary.
No, not just any emissary, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to Eldath tonight. She is a goddess. She would have been around during that time. She might know what happened. Maybe I can get something from that. Because if they're not gonna tell us, we've got to find out another way.
Well, we do unfortunately know a heck of a lot of very old people now. There's, dead Apocryphal friend Van-Fem. There's,
Van-Fem.
Joe has been around.
Yeah.
There's Lucretia, but I think if she knew anything, she would have at least told you by now, Penelope.
I haven't actually asked Lucretia yet.
There's Einosh.
God, no.
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 Laughs and tree.
Absolutely.
No! No,
Yeah.
no.
There's the church. They've been
It's like,
around.
I feel... maybe I do need to talk to Lucretia. Like, she has been around. I mean, I don't know if she's...
Scribe's been around.
Sorry, hiccups. I don't know if she's been around
Quite that long.
that long, but maybe she'll... Because she knows... She might know what exactly it was that changed and what exactly it was that...
Actually. Yeah, Scribe was around. Lucretia.
But
We've got a
yeah,
list, yeah.
I just... Like,
Ironically, we did just kill a very old being. Whoops. Laura probably didn't know.
no, probably not.
I doubt the butcher knows. Even if he did, he wouldn't tell us.
We also can't reach him even if we wanted to. I've tried
There's
harassing
your-
him.
There's your friend, the Grand Marshal.
Yeah.
Grand Marshal?
Grand Marshal.
The Grand Marshal is like a parade thing.
Of magic.
There's no magic parade.
That guy that gave Aidin his homework.
Yeah, the Wizard Marshal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I've got a lot of shit on my plate this summer now.
I think we all do. I've, yeah.
And she looks over at Johnny and she's like, I don't, what? Shit, like, what the fuck do I do? And she just kind of like face plants her art like right onto Johnny's arm, just like, I don't know.
Well, all we can really do is just take it one day at a time and try and take breaks. I know that's rich coming from me.
I mean, they're all going to give you some piece of the puzzle, and if they could figure it out on their own, they already would have. So I just assume that whatever it is you're doing is what they needed. But it's all your call. You're still the boss of you.
Yeah.
God knows you don't listen to anybody else.
Yeah.
You?
You take what I say
Yeah.
under advisement.
Right now, we can really only hope to solve one big problem, and that's the mana drain being caused by the last wish from the last Grail War. After that, we can work on the other mana drain.
My 5 months are gonna be, procure some of those,
About-
yeah, a ticket.
Well, as the
Got that tour.
as the only guaranteed entrant master in this upcoming Grail War, I've got a lot to do too. For all that, a heist.
Yeah.
We should have at least a little bit of fun.
True. So, where are we heisting?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
Or what
those-
are we heisting?
So, that staff of yours.
Uh-huh.
So Medea's.
Sorry.
Whoa.
Oh god.
Oh, the
magic
reunite. My
dust.
goodness.
There's spaghetti everywhere now.
Oh no!
Oh.
I think you might be allergic to horses.
Oh
No, I'm allergic to Derek specifically.
I'm
That
not a
tracks.
horse.
I like wrap my tail around him. Oh look, you've got a tail. You're part Derek.
No, I think the implication is that she's allergic to extremely hot monks.
No, I'm allergic to like really weird nerds. Ugh.
That would mean you're also allergic to me, though.
I mean, I am sitting across from you.
And yet you just now sneezed and got spaghetti everywhere. Cleansing stone. So anyway, that staff of yours. So that's the staff, if I'm not mistaken, of Medea, and her aunt is Circe, and Circe's staff was unearthed in the same expedition archaeological dig as that staff, but that family still has that staff. So we are going to raid that family, and don't worry, they're all pieces of shit. So we have the moral high ground to take whatever we want.
I mean, we could just trade the staff for their staff.
That would be too easy. Plus, I've got a letter from Lupin that guarantees one last job. And I could just have him break in and steal the staff, rough up the family's workshop, cause some destruction and leave. Or we could do that.
I mean, yeah.
Hey, like you said, Lupin likes some possible challenges, right?
Sure? Well, why?
I might need to ask him if he'd like what seems to be the most impossible task of kidnapping my own sister back. That possibility?
I suppose I could ask him, and if we can do it, we can just do the heist ourselves. Might even do the heist for us too.
Well, I was gonna say I'll give him something of mine. That's not something I'd ask of you.
But he only has one heist left in him.
It's true. It's one last job before he retires.
Before he retires.
Yeah.
I mean, he's already technically retired.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's
Catherine's the new Lupin.
Oh.
I was trying not to say who it was, but yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I suppose we could ask him. He might rise to the occasion. He might like the challenge.
I figured I'd just ask because, I wasn't sure if that was his whole stick impossible things with the whole Van-Fem boat.
I think he just likes causing chaos and stealing things.
I mean, Aiden just looks at you too.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why he gets along with us so well, I think.
The sweet angel Penelope on the side, like,
Hmm?
it's like, looks at Anna, she's the incarnate of chaos and stealing, looks over at Penelope, a sweet angel stealing, tries to trade things. Aiden just nods his head. He's like, okay.
Are you implying Penelope is not an agent of chaos in her own right?
I mean, not from stealing. But she is an agent of chaos.
Oh, she's absolutely an agent of chaos. She's just doing chaos in a way that doesn't involve stealing.
Exactly.
So, okay, before I do this, what I intend to do is pull out the letter and then find a way to get in contact with Lupin, see if he can just show up so we can like plan this heist. That way Aiden can ask him if he wants to kidnap his sister. But if that's not on the table, I won't do it. AKA if Will does not want to do the Lupin voice.
No, I don't mind. But more a matter of... So just making sure I understand your order of operations. You want to ask first if he can steal back Aidin's sister.
Nina, yeah.
And if not, proceed with the heist with him, otherwise doing the heist on your own.
Yeah, like inevitably when he says he wouldn't be able to get Nina back for plot reasons or whatever, then it'll be like, cool, let's do a heist. Here's what I want. But can we tag along?
Right. So, what he would do is he would tell you that he can probably get her back, but he's gonna need to have roughly some idea of where she is, and that might take some time.
Yeah.
So if you'd like him to spend some time looking into that, then he can do it.
Yeah,
and he
'cause
might
even
still
if
need
he-
your help to actually connect the dots, because while he can get her out, presumably wherever she is with someone who is pretty dangerous, and there may be a need of distraction. So,
Oh yeah. 100%. Like, if he could at least look into it, I'd be like, you name price. Like, yes. Like, he's just worried by the time the Grail War comes around that he won't bring her, and she'll be in danger even if he succeeds. Like, it's an open mystery, so he just wants to make sure he has a way to get her back by that time.
okay. So yeah, if you want to set him on the path of finding her and finding out what needs to happen to rescue her, that can be something that he does. It will probably in the meta take most of the rest of the summer, but he could also get you some basic information that might help you do your own heist without him, if that's what you want to do. Like, he could tell you where the thing you're looking for is, and maybe get you like a rough idea of how he would approach it.
For my catalyst.
For your catalyst. But spend most of his energy on finding Nina and what has to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you to have to use your letter for that. If Aidin can negotiate with him, he would.
No, it feels like it's gonna have to be the letter. Because I don't think there's much you could offer him.
My soul.
He doesn't need that.
A free horse disguise.
He definitely doesn't need that. He already has a horse disguise.
Ooh.
I believe in us. I think we can go in, especially if we have the layout, the location. I think we can go in and get me my catalysts, and then a whole bunch of other shit on our own. And I think the only way you're going to find Nina is with his help.
Aidin's just kind of like shaken that you're willing to like give up that letter for that. Like, I mean, he also believes that's asking a lot, and he was not prepared for that.
I mean, what else am I going to use this for?
I
Getting your cat.
Yeah.
I think we can get the catalyst ourselves.
Are you sure, Anise? This isn't a small ask. I would owe you so much. I don't even think words could describe it.
How about this? Let's do the heist, and if it fails spectacularly, then I'll just have Lupin get the stuff for me.
Yeah.
And then once we're done with the heist, we can either send him off to find Nina, or send him off to get the catalyst in the event that we bungle it completely.
Yeah. No matter what, I'm finding her. That's not a question.
Okay.
Plus, I just really want to stick it to the butcher as much as possible, as often as possible.
That's fair. Same.
Okay. So if that's the path you want to take, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some basic reconnaissance that Catherine pulls for you because she's your friend, so that you can plan your heist and the lead up to the next time we play when you'll get to do your heist. So for that, first thing you're going to get is a photo of the location that you're going.
Ooh.
And let me just get that set up for you. That's actually much funnier. Okay, we're going to do it this way. So, Catherine, upon finding out that this is what you're up to, will drop by, and she'll drop by with one of her little bots, and she's going to give you a feed of the place where you're going. And it's going to look.
Whoa.
Hold on. Let me add a token to it so you can all actually see. Because apparently you need tokens.
This is so fucking cool.
There it is. Just took a while to load. Alright. Yeah. That is... She's offering you the use of a spy bot to keep an eye on what's going on there and an opportunity to observe the security for a little bit before you go on your thing. Complete with the aid of a Patreon at the bottom, because we do not crop those out because we are not monsters.
Facts.
But yeah, so
read it out.
You're going to get a sense of what this building looks like. I'm going to share with you what recon she can give you, and then you can plot how you want to go about this. And I will send you all of that over the Discord chat so that you have it after I close the game and you don't need to pull it up to see pictures again. So I will extract those and I'll post them there. And then we'll have a little bit of time. You can come up with your heisty plan. And I will leave it up to you if this becomes less of a sneak in and out without anyone noticing and more of a sneak in and then see what happens.
Oh, are we taking the stairs or busting through Shinra front door? It's basically the question.
That is always up to you.
Look, it's sneaking if nobody's there to witness.
You can roll stealth or you can roll intimidation.
So this live feed is one of her cameras. She hasn't hacked into a camera that already exists.
Yeah, she has placed one of her little flying Roombas in the vicinity of the place so that you can keep an eye on it. It is currently floating above the place, and it can only get so close because there's a bounded field, and she doesn't want to risk it getting found. But you can get an idea of what things are like on the outside, and I will also share with you her attempt at getting you a heat map to get an idea of what's going on the inside.
Ooh.
Now, all of this could fall apart as soon as you're inside, but she'll at least give you some context so that you can make a plan. Using all the technology. So I will send that over to you in Discord, and then we'll have a little bit of time to think about it. And again, you can have as much or as little of a plan as you want, but it's a place. I'm telling you there's a thing in it. If you want to go get it, it is there to be gotten. It's up to you how you want to go about it. Likewise, if between now and when you do that, you want to make any preparations, since you don't have a clock in any meaningful sense for this, if you want to be like, I'm going to find out what the staff does, I will attune to it, or I'm going to make some potions, you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're not playing next week.
No, but in 2 weeks we can pick right up.
Okay. Cool.
So you'll have a little bit of time to think about it. Because next week I will be running up the stairs of the Shinra building. Or running away from Midgar Zolams, or whatever the hell it is we're doing in this game. I have no idea.
I believe in your legs. Those stairs can't stop you.
In game, I'm saying Penelope 100% forces Anise to watch at least one heist movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's
That's
like, no, you're watching this movie right now. I don't know
Like
which
Mission
one, but
Impossible.
we're watching them.
Derek already has popcorn. He's like, I've been preparing for this.
I mean, Derek is going to be hitting you with, like, several options here because he's a shadow monk. This is exactly what he wants. That's why he walks on walls.
He's
my
excited.
God.
He's like, this is it. This is our time. My time to shine.
This could have been a solo mission, but that wouldn't be any fun.
Oh, yeah, like, there are way more optimal ways to do this, but that's not the point.
Yeah.
You also hate all these people. And if you don't yet, you will. So we'll pick up on that next time.
Yeah.
But yay, lots of talking. We are officially a Fate episode.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't happening on screen, I like to think that you were all walking in circles around that table with the pasta in the middle of it till Penelope sneezed on it.
Yes. Circling the
Not
pasta.
walking circles around the pasta.
Oh my god.
So that was fun. And now you're all together again. Got the full party.
Yeah, we got to talk to each other. Yeah.
Get to remember how Penelope works now.
Yay.
God.
Hey, if we roll a 1.
What?
Said, hey, if we roll a 1, hey yo. We'll be
Time for
trademark
Penelope
first.
to be conveniently out of range.
Oh my
every
god.
time.
It does happen. Yeah. But yeah, we'll double up. And likewise, when you remember what question you wanted to ask Zelrech, the wizard marshal, I will reply to you with that.
Okay.
Or
cool.
I will give you whatever his reply is. It's not necessarily going to be an answer.
I mean, yeah.
But-
yeah.
Cool. All right, well, I'm going to pop the end button on this thing, and we will have the rare under 3-hour stream.
Gas. Look at us go.
Take that, Internet.
Yeah.
Good night, Internet friends.
Good
Oh, chat says good night. Thank you, chat.
Oh, thank you, Jack. Good night.
Yeah, you enjoy your sleep too.
Hey, good night.
Yeah.